Jermell Charlo stood at the precipice of greatness, the absolute high of his career, until he was knocked down by life. From being a single father to fighting alleged charges of domestic violence, Jermell Charlo was on the brink of losing it all. His life, his career, his child, and his livelihood. Everything he held dear came on the line. When you reach high, people will try to pull you down. And this is what makes Jermell Charlo a success story: perseverance, dedication, and hard work. Every single day of his life, this is the incredible story of Jermell Charlo. Watch the full video as we uncover the secret behind his ultimate success. Jermell Charlo was born just minutes after his twin, Jermall Charlo, to a former boxing professional. Raised in Houston, Jermell Charlo and his twin attended A-Leaf Hastings High School. During high school, Jermell and his twin found their calling. They knew sports were something they were made for. Jermell and his twin first started playing basketball and football, but it was only until their father took them to his gym that they discovered who they were. Fate put them under the training of Evander Holyfield, who had trained legends like Mike Tyson. Holyfield recalls, "Every single day Jermell and his twin would show up and say, 'Are you training us or what, man?' From that point forward, Jermell and his twin's life completely changed, from being mischievous high school kids to champions of boxing. Jermell Charlo rapidly climbed through the ranks of amateur boxing. His first real win came when he won bronze at the 2005 Junior Olympics at just age 15. Just 2 years into his amateur boxing career, Jermell had already graduated to the elite level. He was not just good, he was great. Jermell Charlo turned professional at the very young age of 17. He made his professional debut in December 2007. After an intense win over Corey Somerville, Jermell did not stop. From 2007 to 2009, he recorded big wins over notable opponents. He had a triumphant, undefeated streak. Yet it was in 2013 when Jermell Charlo faced his biggest opponent, Demetrius Hopkins. Charlo came head-to-head in the ring against a former light welterweight contender, but Jermell was not going to back down. He brought in a unique blend of aggression and power that landed him an important victory. It was only after this victory that Jermell Charlo became a force to be reckoned with in the boxing establishment. Jermell continued his streak of being undefeated against Gabriel Rosado and Charlie Ota in 2014. In 2015, Jermell Charlo went head-to-head with former world title challenger Vanes Martirosyan. The fight lasted for over 10 intense rounds. In the end, Jermell Charlo rose victorious with a contentious, unanimous decision. The crowds could not stop chanting Jermell's name. Jermell Charlo became aware of his unwavering power. After his unvanquished win over Joachim Alcine in 2015, Jermall called out the retired Floyd Mayweather. But then fate opened a chance for Jermell. The WBC light middleweight title became vacant. Jermell went up against John Jackson to fight for the title. After intense rounds, Jermell claimed the crown. But it did not end here. During Jermell's first title defense, he knocked Charles Hatley unconscious. His undeniable power in the ring had the boxing establishment terrified. Jermell Charlo was on a roll. When December 2018 came, Jermell lost everything. It started at Premier Boxing Champions when Jermell Charlo went up against Tony Harrison. Jermell Charlo went into the ring confident, but Tony Harrison took away the win. Jermell suspected Tony Harrison of cheating. He suspected potential foul play due to him drinking water from a colored Gatorade bottle during their rematch on December 21st at the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California. But despite this, Jermell Charlo had lost his streak of being undefeated. Jermall was defeated but not broken. He went on to face undefeated WBO light middleweight champion Brian Castaño in San Antonio, Texas, in a highly anticipated bout for the Undisputed light middleweight championship. To Jermell's surprise, the match was a split draw. The controversy led to a rematch, but now Jermell was angry. Charlo fought with so much aggression and power that Castaño was badly hurt, to the point that the referee had to intervene. With this victory, Charlo unified the WBO belt with his existing WBA, WBC, and IBF light middleweight titles, becoming the 7th male boxer in history to achieve undisputed status in the division with all 4 major titles. Jermell was just starting to recover from his fall when the unthinkable hit him. Jermall Charlo started making headlines on ESPN. Jermell had been arrested after allegedly attacking a woman whom he had been dating. In June 2018, Jermell was indicted on 1 count of third-degree felony assault toward a member of his household. Jermell had allegedly squeezed Jasmine Ollison's neck and forced her against a fence, floor, and railing. He also allegedly pulled her hair. However, in 2019, the grand jury acquitted Jermell on all charges related to the alleged attack after the 3-day trial produced no evidence that matched the claims of assault. Everything came on the line for Jermell Charlo. He came inches close to losing his freedom, child, and even livelihood. Jermell Charlo was depressed and broken, but after years when the charges cleared up, Jermell Charlo knew he needed to step up. 2023 was challenging. Jermall suffered a lethal hand injury that led to his bout with WBO #1 contender Tim Tszyu being delayed twice. Despite this, Jermall Charlo decided to go up against Mexico's most dominating boxer, Canelo Alvarez, on September 30th, 2023. Jermell Charlo, known as the Iron Man, started off slow but cunning. He hit Canelo hard, but even despite that, he was no match for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez took away all of Jermell's titles in Showtime Boxing. Unlike his counterparts, life was not particularly easy for Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo had his first son during his early years in boxing. He did not even get his son to come into this world. Since that day, he vowed to himself to be his protector and role model. Jermell also helps raise his twin sons. He considers them all to be his children. He is now married to Chai Westbrook, who wholeheartedly supports her husband and calls herself his personal assistant. She takes care of Jermell Charlo and is always there to cheer him on. Jermell lives an extravagant lifestyle in his big house and innumerable cars. He has an enviable collection. He has a staggering net worth of $3 million. Charlo operates his own promotional company known as Lions Only Promotions. He also has ventured into merchandise sales with Charlo Boxing and is the proprietor of a boxing gym and a fitness club. On the other side of things, Charlo is actively involved in charitable endeavors and has, on one occasion, generated $9,000 through a sparring session to support a child in need. Jermell Charlo made his mark very early in his life. Many thought he would not make it. Becoming the top position as the world's best active light middleweight boxer, he rose from tragedy and pain to become the 10th best active boxer globally. Jermell Charlo has become a dynamic force in the sport. Everyone fears him in the ring,